Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a tips and tricks video for DreamSnaps. It's about a 99% chance that I would normally get 4K on my DreamSnaps. I have learned a lot from the beginning of my journey to today, and I wanted to share some of those tips and tricks with you guys. If you're struggling to get 4,000 or you just want to watch to see if maybe you're missing something. So today what we're going to do is I already have something set up. Today I'm going to remake one of my older DreamSnaps that I had, which I can insert a picture. It was the Quirky Companions DreamSnap. We're gonna head on over to Teapot Falls. I already have something set up here, but I wanted to just kind of break down what I've done and give you some tips and tricks on how, what to do. Tip number 1, always figure out where the sun is. The shot needs to have, the majority of shots need to have a good lighting. Sometimes with different themes, you'll just kind of have to feel out what feels good for that theme. But for the most part, your DreamSnap shots are going to need to be bright and you want them to be clickable. So whenever people are comparing your DreamSnap when they're voting to someone else's DreamSnap, you want yours to stand out a little bit more and you want it to stick with the theme. So for this theme, for this DreamSnap, it was the Quirky Companions DreamSnap. I ended up getting 1,200 moonstones for that one and ranking like 58,000 or something like that. So today we are going to rebuild, and I have it rebuilt, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I did to adjust and make it to where I think it would be worthy of 4,000 moonstones. All right, so our first quality of life improvement that I think is just absolutely fantastic. So whenever you set your shot up, you're trying to take a picture. Let's say one of the characters comes in, okay? Let's say you're like, oh my gosh, Elsa keeps walking in my shot, okay? She won't get out. I remember before you had to have like the fences that you had to block a lot of the characters out of. I'm so thankful that they've come out with this. So you highlight her or whoever it is that keeps walking into your shot. You select her, you make her visible, and then you turn her off. You are now guaranteed that that character is not going to walk into your shot again. So you can move her to whatever spot. You can take her completely out. You can mess with her placement, her pose. Placement, she's not going to move anywhere. Pose, it'll pause her pose. And you can do that for all these different ones. Like if it's coming up here, let's say I want Flynn in my shot. You can hit on, he'll come over here. It's still so buggy, which is kind of annoying because there are so many other spots in the shot that he could be. But anyway, depending on the shot that you have, where you're at, what characters you have, you can place them in here. You can also still do the old school way. But this was a good improvement. So, mess with these settings. I mean, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn them off. Flynn, get out of here. Okay. So let's go ahead and mess with these settings. I mean, you can go from this. Okay. Mess with the time of day. Change the weather. You want it to be windy. You want it to be foggy. You want it to be storming. You want it to be sunny. Do you want it to be nighttime? I mean, you can do it all from right here in this screen. Mess with the focus so your character comes into focus. I personally just do like 8 and 8, focus and aperture, and make those both the same. I just stick to them right there. The saturation, bump up that color. I mean, the contrast, bump that up a little bit. This vignette, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you see how the shot is darker. There's like a dark haze that it has on the outer parts of the picture. I just take that off, so I just honestly just bump it up to 1. You can go all the way up, it makes it really bright, but I usually will just stick with 1 because I make the shot brighter with the other little things in here. I don't mess with color temperature. I have not had a need to, but I'm sure that it will, maybe the need will arise later. So color tint, Highlights. Now, highlights is a pretty important one. Just inch this stuff up, you know, play with it. I mean, it just takes a minute just to kind of adjust the highlights. The character lighting, I think, is one of the most important things on here. Just mess with the character lighting because, like I said, you want your character to be the focus of the shot. You want people, like, whenever they're looking at photos, for most themes, they're drawn to a face. Now, if it's like a landscape theme, I know they've done those a couple of times, you will want to, well, I think that you could get away with having your back turned or maybe your character not even being in there at all. But I do think for the majority of shots, having your character's face in focus in the middle of the shot, kind of a little bit closer, will make a little bit of a difference when people are voting and stuff. So that's a big thing. Character lighting. Turn that sucker up. Now, depending on what you want your shot to look like, you can mess with the light bloom. You know, I don't usually do it too much, maybe 2 or 3%, just to give it that little bit of a oomph, you know, to your shot. So at this point, we can kind of mess with the brightness a little bit more. Like I said, we're working on it being clickable. You want it to be what people want to click on. I mean, it's up against someone else's shot. You don't know who else's shot it's going to be against. So you want them to like yours more. The more votes that you get, the higher, you know, ranking that you get. So this is very, very important. I mean, you can go through different poses with different tools, with change your face, change the weather, change the filter, change the border. I mean, and they've got all these on here as well. You don't want the snippets to show, turn them off. You know, this is a really, really important tool right here. Super, super important. Something else that is really important here, in my opinion, for most shots, you're going to want your character to be a little bit closer. This is Oswald's car. I know that not everybody has the DLC that he comes from, the Eternity Isle DLC. There are other different furniture pieces that you can put in front that also do the same thing. So put your character, you can come a little bit closer. Remember, you can always mess with the focus. So you can have your character as close to it as you want to. You know, you can come up a lot closer than this. I have done this in a shot before where your character is super close. I did not choose this close of a shot for the picture that I took as an example because I used this pose and you can't even see the companion. So you can always mess with the focus. Like you see this. She's in focus, and then you mess with all the other stuff, but this is super important as well. Now, something else that I feel really strongly about in shots is the foreground. What do you have going on up by your character? You know, to frame your shot. Framing your shot is so important. What do you have right up there by your character? You know, honestly, in the majority of shots, I put flowers on the front because they just kind of, I haven't really found a shot that it didn't go with. So throw 2 bushes down. You see how close I am to these bushes, and then whenever I take a picture, they're right here in the foreground. You can move them back, you can move them wherever you want if you want more flowers to show or less flowers to show. The next tip that I have for you is characters and companions. Use them to your advantage in these DreamSnaps. Just like with this was quirky companions. I used, let me show you which one I used. I used this because I went for more of an Alice theme for this DreamSnap that I did. This is one of my favorite companions anyway, so I wanted to use him. You can throw Alice in the background. You can have the Cheshire Cat in here. You can, I mean, you know, really play that up. Go with the theme. People are going to want to click on your shot if it's on theme. I mean, the theme is so important. I think that people notice the effort that you put into it. If you're doing a Lion King shot, like I did one that I'll throw up on the screen. It was a Lion King themed one. You know, I put all of the Lion King characters in there, and now they make it a lot easier because now you've got all the characters right here on the side. So if you wanted Simba to be in the shot, look at that. There he is. You know, or if you don't want him in the shot, then there you go. See, Mirabelle's standing over here. You can take her off. I think that playing on that theme and just making it your own. Companion houses as well. You can put a companion house kind of off to the side. Fill it up with the companions that you want in the shot. You can put 2 houses here, 2 houses here on the side, and they'll walk around in your shot. That's another tip that you can do as well. All right, so I know that I wanted more of a bright shot for this one, so I went ahead and messed with some of the settings. But for my last tip, this is something that I have noticed does really, really well. So we'll go ahead and just snap a shot real quick. Okay. So you've got your dream snap. You say, oh my gosh, like you look over everything. You say, okay, so this looks really nice. You come over here. Motifs. Now, motifs are so important. I think that they really level up your shot. The only thing that I do not like about these motifs and adding them to your shot is that, let me see if I can find one here so I can show you. All right, so let's just say I wanted to put a bow right here. I cannot make this bow smaller. I can make it bigger, but I cannot make it any smaller than what it was. I would have loved to make it just a tad bit smaller, just so it's not right in front of her hand right here. And have a little bow up here to add just a little bit of texture, a little bit more texture to her dress, but we cannot do that, but that's okay. So like him, I would like to make him a little bit smaller, add him maybe up here. But that's, you know, it is what it is. You kind of make things work. Add some motifs. These were my tips that I think really help to level up your dream snaps. If you have any tips or tricks of your own that I didn't mention in this video, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to know. I'm always looking to up my dream snap game. I have yet to get in the top 10, but that is a goal of mine. I do regularly get 4,000 moonstones, and I'm always looking to level up. So thank you so much for interacting with this video. It really means the world to me. It means so, so much. Thank you guys so much, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day. Bye!